What's up, guys? It's your boy KFB23 on the YT. I'm back in the video, and today, you saw this video, you saw the thumbnail. Today, I'm talking about the 2009 Orlando Magic team. Orlando Magic, Orlando Magic, Orlando Magic. This team broke the script. It rewrote the script. I've been wanting to do this video for a long while now, like since 2021. This is how long I wanted to do this video, and frankly, I just haven't been motivated to do it. But it's the NBA offseason. I can do whatever I want. I'm gonna just do the video. This team is what basketball we play now today in 2024. This is what this team would thrive on. 3-point shooting, having a big that can protect the paint, finish at will, rim pressure. It has it all. This team was beautiful basketball in the 2009. This team deadass was the storm before the calm before the storm. I think that's how people say it. It's 3-point shooting wise, one of the best teams in the league. This team shot 26 threes per game, second in the league. And they were one of the best teams at making their threes too. It was all around great basketball with their prime MVP caliber player, Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard, bro, he was tough. He was tough. And in this video, I'm gonna just tell you what this team was able to do back in the early days and how, bro, they had a great season, had they played meaningful basketball, and they were like one of the jump shooting teams that Charles Barkley was talking about that couldn't win championships. They were just one good piece, or just one not making too many stupid mistakes away from like winning a championship realistically. I need to put an emphasis on the 3-point shooting. Like, it's the biggest team, the reason why this team was so successful outside of Dwight Howard. Hedo Turkoglu, 35% from the 3 on 5 attempts per game. Rashard Lewis, 39% from the 3 on 7 attempts per game. He was an all-star this year and was in top 5 in 3-pointers made this season. Jameer Nelson, 45% 3 from the 3. That led the league, mind you. It was also an all-star. This team, Rafer Alston, 31%. Courtney Lee, 40%. Keith Bogans, 33%. Anthony Johnson, 39%. Jake Redick, 37%. You couldn't leave nobody open. At any given time, it was nothing but floor spacing. You were either living with Dwight Howard abusing your big man on the paint, or you're leaving a 37, 36, 35% 3-point shooter open for 3. It was either death by Dwight Howard post-ups, or you're liable to give up threes out the ass, bro. Teams were having a tough time figuring this out, especially with Dwight Howard there. Dwight, I have to make a whole section by himself. Dwight Howard this year was, the lack of better terms, on his bullshits. Like, he was that guy. You found him. He was the one. This year, his accomplishments was 4th in MVP voting, won Defensive Player of the Year, All-NBA First Team, led the league in rebound and blocks. He was everywhere. This man was on a 4 Defensive Player of the Year shirt. Like, not 4. It was 4. This man was tough. This man was diabolical. He was giving teams 20 and 10 while just shutting down everything on the defensive side of the ball. He led the league in defensive win shares with a 7.6 rating. There's no way I can describe what Dwight Howard was doing to these teams back in the olden days. I know it's only 2009. I'm sorry you're offended. And there was really no center that could really give him any real problems on the offensive end back in that time. It was either Andrew Bynum, unless you're Shaq, you believed Andrew Bynum was better than Dwight Howard. That's the only person in human existence that thought Andrew Bynum was better than Dwight Howard back in the 2000s. But he was by far, and it wasn't even pretty much close, in my personal opinion, to any center in this league. He was that tough by himself. This Orlando Magic team accomplished a lot of things. They were a top 10 offense, 0-1 offensive rating, and top 6 defense. A 94.4 defensive rating, and was it nearly a 60-win ball club. Was fourth in the league record-wise, and bro, it was tough. It was tough. I've reiterated this a couple times, but it's only regular season basketball. This team really made its impact in the postseason, where they really spoiled a lot of NBA fans back in the day. Hopes and dreams, Muppets and Muppets. Time for the playoff basketball where it really matters, and this team showed up. Even though they didn't have their starting point guard in Jameer Nelson for about 30 to 40 games in the regular season because he unfortunately got hurt, Rafer Alston did his job beautifully for this team. In the first round matchup, they faced the 76ers, who were nearly a top 10 defense, but really struggled on the offensive end. Their star player was Andre Iguodala, and Andre Iguodala's 76ers were a decent ball club. In the first round, Rafer Alston averaged 15 points per game, 5 assists. Rashard Lewis averaged 19 points per game and 6 rebounds and made 30% from the three. And Dwight Howard, a 25 point per game scorer, 15 rebounds and 3 blocks. That's tough. They beat the 76ers in 6 games. The team as a whole shot 34% from the three, showing that they were still making their quality shots. This team was good defensively. So hey, when you have perimeter defense, I understand that. And they still did a quite, at least league average at that time, job against that 76ers unit. And in the second round, they had to go against the defending champs, Boston Celtics. And this team was hurt. I'm not going to lie. They were hurt. Kevin Garnett got injured earlier in the season and couldn't participate in the playoffs this year. And that left a huge window open in the East. They still had Paul Pierce and Ray Allen, and in this year's playoffs, the Boston Celtics had to go in a dogfight with the Chicago Bulls. That was Game 7, and they had to go against the Magic next. And the Magic, they gave the Magic work. I will not lie. It went Game 7. Ray Allen and Paul Pierce were tough this series, but they team pulled through. They were down 3-2 the Orlando Magic, and they pulled together. The MVP of this series, I has to go to Rashard Lewis. Rashard Lewis in the series averaged 21 points per game, 6 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. Dwight Howard averaged 16 points per game, 72 rebounds, and 3 blocks per game. And sidebar, for some weird reason, back in 2021, I put guarded by Perkins. Back then, I don't know if Perkins lost a little respect in modern day NBA because of his commentary. But back then, defensive force, one of the better big man defenders in the league, especially in post play. And both sides had a lot of post players that can irritate Dwight Howard. Hedo Turkoglu, 16 points per game, 5 assists, 33% from 3. Bro was tough. The entire big three, mind you, showed up in this series and got past the Boston Celtics. And in the conference finals, this is where they really rewrote the script. Back in 2009, the NBA did a couple commercials with LeBron and Kobe saying that they were going to be in the finals, saying that's the finals prediction. That's what the NBA wanted. Everybody wanted to see it. Everybody wanted that Kobe and LeBron matchup. And Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic took that personally. I ain't gonna lie to you. This series, Dwight Howard was a grown man. Dwight Howard's series averaged 26 points per game, 13 rebounds, and 1 block. And in Game 6, the closeout game to the NBA Finals, Dwight Howard had one of the greatest performances in the closeout game in NBA history. Bro proceeded to put 40 and 14 on the Cavaliers' head that night and was really just putting nuts in mouths. It was graphic. It was a graphic scene out there last night. And the entire team, Rashard Lewis averaged 18 points per game, 6 rebounds, and shot 48% from the three-point line. You heard that correctly. Hedo Turkoglu, 17 points per game, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. The poor man's LeBron James stat line right there. And the team as a whole shot 40% from the three-point line and beat the Cavs in 6 games. They took it personally. And People were pissed. People were pissed. They really wanted to, people nowadays wants to see that. They wish they could see that. And the Dwight Howard just said, nah, you're getting the Dwight Howard versus Kobe in the NBA Finals, and you're gonna like it or take it. And it didn't matter. And this is where their Cinderella story had to come to its end. It met prime Kobe Bryant, that who's on a mission to win his first ring without Shaq, and it just didn't go well. It was a competitive series, all things considered. It was a close 5 games. It was a gentleman's sweep. There was a lot of mistakes in that series. The Orlando Magic were just not doing what they had to do with the ball late in the games to execute. The execution to Orlando Magic was bad. The Lakers were good. It was a tough series. It was a really tough series. Kobe Bryant averaged 32 points per game, 5 assists, 7 rebounds. Pau Gasol at 18 and 9 with a 1.5 blocks per game. And even in the series, the really honestly, they tried to bring back Jameer Nelson, and it really was a bad idea. He shouldn't have come back. You should have just kept Rafer Alston in. He was doing a pretty decent job at the point guard spot. Would it have changed the series? No, but Rafer Alston was really inconsistent at that point. He only shot like what, 19% for the 3 in series. And Jameer Nelson was God, bro. Oh, he was garbage. Oh, he was garbanzo. 4 points per game in the series, shot 34% from the field and 16% from the 3 in 18 minutes of that per game. Yeah, they should just let him rock. They just let him recuperate, give it to next season. It was just a bad idea to let him play basketball for that organization in the NBA Finals. Even though he was an all-star, he just couldn't do what was necessary. Dwight Howard had 15 points, 15 rebounds, 4 blocks per game, with shot 48% from the field. Not bad. It wasn't like it was Andrew Bynum, Pau Gasol, Hedo Turkoglu also showed up at least. Rashard Lewis also showed up in that series. It was just not enough for prime Kobe Bryant. And they could have done even with all of this, they still had a chance to go like 3-1 in this series. And it just, in an alternate reality, Orlando Magic winning the NBA Finals. In an alternate reality, far, far from the distance. But honestly, I've enjoyed watching this video, going back in past, looking at the games, rewatching the NBA Finals in 2009, and it was actually really good. And my younger self back in 2021 wanted this video out to come out like three, like when it came out, but my laptop broke, and I'm glad I did it with better technology, better equipment that I possibly ever could. And I appreciate you guys for watching, sticking all the way to the end of the video, and I really appreciate it. Thanks. Like, subscribe to the channel, hit that comment button. Not hit the comment button. Smash that comment button, and I'm out. Peace.